All right, let me change my chat to live. Those of you who are watching the recording, welcome. This is a live stream, so I am talking to people in the chat. It'll be just a few minutes before I let people get in here before I start. So you might want to run it forward just a little bit. I'm going to show a small haul and do a project with alcohol inks. Hi, Shauna. Did you finished right before? Hi, Joycey. All right, so I'll show you what I got and what's coming. Not been bad. Hi, Kat. I'll let everybody get over before I get too started. A lot of this is Kathy Berg's fault. I got the Deco foil transfer gel, and then we realized you can put it on when it's wet and get a decent pull. But if it goes through your stencil, hi Teresa, it's better with like the heat transfer. You can use an iron. If this doesn't work, what I'm gonna try, I'm gonna use my craft iron. I have a little quilt iron somewhere that I'll try to find. I don't really want to use my big honking iron. But I got this, and I also got the pen. And I actually got the pen in a set with 5 of the metallics, which was a really good deal for like $24. So what I did is I bought a laminator. It'll be here tomorrow. So this girl is ready to get foil. Hi, Dot. Hi, Sharon. And she's got the gel's already on there dry. Can you see where it's sort of shiny? So she's ready to get foil. I think I'm going to put silver. I'm debating between silver, copper, or gold. She has silver underneath. And she is on Yupo. So I'm not sure about sending this through the laminator. So I have a piece of scrap Yupo where I was testing colors that I also put the gel on. It's on here and dry. Well, I could do silver and gold, but I really kind of wanted one piece where I could just send it through. I'm afraid if I put more than one piece, it'll shift. And I only want to put it through the laminator one time. That's why I'm not sure about silver and gold. Now, I do have this that I could use. It's a two-tone. And I could use that because it's got different tones. So now we're down to use this or the silver. We're not going to do it today. We'll have to do it tomorrow here. But we can decide. Yeah, this will give you like varied colors, and it looks silver in some places and it looks gold. So we'll try this. It's already open. And like I said, I'm going to run this first. I don't want to ruin this. So I have a piece of test Yupo. I think it's going to go through, and I'm going to put it with some kind of, I don't have parchment paper, but I think I'm going to use this paper that Kathy sent me to be the carrier. And the laminator I got is 13 inches wide. So like I said, we'll try this first. Then I got 2 of my used books. 2 more are on the way. I got Painting Your Favorite Bird Step by Step by Nancy Dale Kinney, and I paid like $8 used. And it's set up just like a Sheree C. Nelson book. It gives you the project, the colors she used. I noticed in her new books, it's small, but it tells you how to enlarge it. You can, that you can bring it up to full size. And she tells you what percentage to make it a full size photocopy to enlarge it. Or you can trace it. You can just use it at whatever size you want it to enlarge it. And there are 26 birds in here. So it's a lot of birds. And she also tells you how she mixes animal black, which I thought was interesting. And she saves an empty bottle and cleans it out for her acrylics and mixes it. And she gave a animal black, and then she's got a light gray and a dark gray mixture that she uses. And it's real simple colors. It's just lamp black, burnt umber, and buttermilk to make these 3 colors that she said is used in almost every animal or bird. Yeah, I got this on Amazon. It's Painting Your Favorite Bird Step by Step by Nancy Dell Kinney. And like I said, it is set up just like a Sheree C. Nelson. And ironically, I got a used one. Well, I almost always buy used. Somebody had traced some of the birds nice and neat, and it was stuck still in the book, which I thought was fun. They had traced 4 of the birds, and it was stuck in the book. Then I got Painting Butterflies and Blooms by Sheree C. Nelson. And this is Flowers and Butterflies. And she has a lot in here. I mean, a lot. There's 50 butterflies, moth, and flowers that are step by step. They don't take very many pages. Again, she gives you a picture of like a photograph image, the colors, a drawing. Then she tells you what percentage to enlarge it to full size. Then she gives you step outs. Some of the step outs are more elaborate than others, but most of them just give you the pattern 1, 2, 3. And she's using acrylics. I will most likely be using colored pencils or watercolors. But it's a great reference for the butterflies. I mean, you can't go wrong just for the samples of the butterflies and the coloration of them. And I ordered the garden animals. It's not in. And then I ordered a Drawing Faces book that's also not in. This book I only paid $2 for. So with shipping, it was like $6. So there, and they said used acceptable, but or used good. They're in perfect condition, in my opinion. So I have not had any problems buying used books off Amazon. In fact, the shelf is getting too full. So for today's project, I'm going to work on the craft plastic. It is not Yupo. It is craft plastic. It's cut to 8.5 by 10.5. All right. I'm going to start out just turning it sideways. It'll go up and down. My camera got bumped. Oh, that's better. All right, I picked out alcohol by ink by Ranger called Stonewash. I want to get a really light background. So I'm going to start down here. And I'm going to use my Revlon tool that I got. I can tell you one of the things is I added 70% to my 91. I was trying to use up some older alcohol and it is not moving as quickly. Okay. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Eileen again. Hi, CB. Hi, Julie. Hi to anyone that I did not see, like might be lurking, like Lena. All right. Trying to decide how I like. It's going to get a flower, and I'm thinking that right here. Now this did stain. Some of the colors do stain. So I just want to lighten an area right in here to do a flower. And I think I want to lighten an area in here. Maybe a small one down here. Okay, so I'm going to use peach Bellini. I'm going to do cone flowers. So that's going to be the top. Top of the cone flower. I just want a little brighter. And I'm going to switch to the air gun because it's more control. All right, and I think I'm going to add a little lemonade in the top just because it's a little brighter. And I'm going to put a little bit of teak at the bottom. I'm going to put that on the table because I got way more than I wanted. And get a brush. Hi, Josie. Let's put some. All right. Add a little more of the teak to the bottom. All right, and let's add some green in there. Everything needs green. That's right, Eileen. Okay, so I think that works as a base. Now let's try the flowers. I just realized that's the... Did you see that Pinata has a new blister pack coming out, Eileen, with... Well, I didn't get the original 17, so you probably already have the colors. But it has 9... Well, they're not 9 new colors. 5 new colors. There's a teal. I know that. I saw it on Instagram. I want to say there was like a teal, a yellow, a different red, maybe another pink. But I didn't find them on Amazon yet. I mean, I know I can go on somewhere else probably and find them. And this is Pinata brass. I got a set of the brass and the copper to use. Okay. So now we'll use the air gun. I'm probably going to work upside down because it'll be easier. Yeah, I didn't find it on Amazon yet, but it's new. So it may be like the craft plastic. It's just not out there yet. I'm going to also have to deal with this later. All right, so I'm going to start with a pink. And it may go brown at first. Okay, so there's kind of the base of my petals. Yeah, that got a little more pink. It is not easy as it looks on Instagram. But it's going to be an abstract flower. It's not a... Might be better to do the flowers first and then the greenery. I'm going to try just some alcohol to push out some of the browns. That's not bad. It's so big. We'll see what happens here. I think yeah, that's it. That's it, Eileen. And you look and you'll see the word Exciter on Amazon, but when you look close, it's not the right colors. It's got to have a teal in it. Bye, Teresa. See you tomorrow or later. So there's the first flower. And I feel like it needs a little more of the yellow in here. And that'll push back some. Yeah, I looked on Amazon and I couldn't find it. But like I said, it may be too early. Okay, I'm going to do a petal going that way. And I'm going to do a petal. Okay, yeah, definitely on the next one, I'm not going to do the green until probably see, because I am going to stamp on it. That's a good idea. I want that pink right there, but I don't really want it. I want this one to be on top. Right, I'm going to go with some just regular. Try to push some of that brown out. I know you keep telling us, Eileen, between you and Patty, telling us about all this stuff they don't make anymore. Okay, then we'll do it. I'm high up trying to get the yellow to just sit in that spot. I know it's harder to see on screen, but I'm not unhappy with that for my first try. So let's try softening these spills. This will go under the mat. I think I just need some. A lot of that will go off the mat. All right, so let's try stamping on it. Like I said, when it's dry and I can get in there with pen work, I mean, I could get in there with foil in places because there is some sticky in here. But I'm afraid the foil will take over in places. So let's just stamp. Need a piece of paper. Like I said, some of this won't show up in the mat. I think that's good. Let me hold that up. And let's just go in there with, let's go in there with a foil because I have an idea. Sometimes what I'll do is put foil on it and then come back with inks because that'll take some of my brown away. Let's use some of this. It's already been used. It went in really heavy where my browns were. So I think I can come back in with, I may come back in with the burgundy. From this one flower here, use a burgundy. Yeah, the foil through the laminator is going to be fun. Okay, let's go back. I want to add a little more pink to this one. Needs to come out farther here. That's what it needed. Needs to. Okay, and then I can make petals. What do we think of the burgundy idea? Well, that's it. I think that stands out really well. So the question is, do I make a mixture of the pink and the burgundy, or just leave the other two pink and just that one burgundy? Kind of lean towards the one burgundy. I need some alcohol on it. Brush. No, I have not. I want some Copic refills. That's what I really want. I like the touch. This is the touch marker. So I like the touch, and you can buy those at Jackson's. And according to Vicky, there's also Blick has a brand that's very similar priced. But the touch will be the same colors as your markers. So I think I really want to go into the Copic ones because they're a little different. And I will say, if I had to buy my markers over again, I would buy those Masters sets because I love the brush tip on them. Is really good. Okay, so let's try adding some details back in and sort of softening them with some alcohol and a damp brush. Trying to get some brown splatters. in there with the brush. That worked. Over here, this needs more intense. They're just disappearing. That works. I like that a little better. Let's try lifting. There we go. That's better. Now it looks more like the flower tucked behind there. Hi, Iffy. Hi, Sharon. I think I said that right. Sharon London. Welcome. Okay. Now I'm going to add some burgundy on a brush. Sharon. Okay. Welcome. All right, I'm taking some burgundy and adding it in here. With some alcohol ink in the brush. A little more alcohol to dilute that. Get a little more pink up in here. So I'm going to do the same thing, a little burgundy and then some alcohol to dilute it. To get more of a petal shape. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. It needs to dry before I try to do any pin work because it's really sticky. I give it a coat, a spray, before I do pin work because that is super sticky. You can see the glare on it. That's all sticky ink. So let's put that one aside and play with the other one. Let's try the, let me clean this off so I don't make too big of a mess. Let's try the flowers first with no, and then come in with some green and stamping and stuff. And no background until later. So let's see. Let's not do pink again. Let's do salmon, maybe some orange. I'm going to do okay, this time I'm going to try something different. We're going to try using caps for the centers and then put the centers in later. I'm just going to do one over here. And I don't know how this is going to work. Actually, it's going to be too hard to work around the cap. And it's not bad. That's a softer flower. Okay, and let's try adding some darker orange petals on top. I like that. They just need to go out farther. That's not bad. Still not super wild about it. To be honest, I'm not a big flower person. So maybe it just okay, so we'll leave it. Eileen, you're killing me. That almost looks like a butterfly. Okay, so now I've got 2 flowers, maybe. Let's see, maybe it needs. Hi, Janice. Okay, so let's kind of repeat that again. I think I'm going to use the air gun this time, though. I think I can get richer color. With the air gun. Let's add some green back there. Right now, it's a hot mess. And I don't like any of it. But it could be punched. Or maybe okay, let's just play since it pretty much is a wash. Let's just play with color. Let's add some. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the ones I don't think I need. Because I have a lot of these out on the table. Because what I'm thinking is just like punches. Because I like that teal and that orange together. This is the yellow. I will say these are hard to squeeze. I'm not worried about a flower shape anymore. Let's go back with the green that was more full strength. Okay. Maybe red on the ends here. All right, let's try that. And before we do this, let's give it just some alcohol dots. To add movement in the colors. It was yucky. All right, let's try this. Let's put some, let's go ahead and put some foil on some parts. And I don't mind that that red got over there at all. Let that evaporate and clean up this. The only thing about the red is that and the pinks are a mess to work with. let's see what we can do with this. Why is it not? The new punch does not like the craft plastic. At all. Look how it does the Yupo. Good. Nope, this is craft plastic too. This has got to be craft plastic. This is a brand new punch, so there's, yeah. And red becomes pissy pink. Let's try this type of punch. That worked. That one worked. It may be just the yucky Fiskars. Maybe I bought the wrong. I'm sending that. I wish I had the packaging. That I do somewhere. I'm sending that back. Back to Amazon it will go. It was the Fiskars punch. But anyways, we'll do it another way. Circles would work. Can work and do strips and use it for collage. That's what I'm going to essentially do, is use pieces of it for collage. I need a new blade. But that's what I'm going to do with this piece, is punch it. I mean, I don't like it, but I like parts of it just fine. So I can find parts of it I like and punch to use in a collage. Punch through aluminum foil. Yeah, I don't have any right now. This is something we need to buy. But it's brand new, so it shouldn't do that. Like, I've only punched with it like 3 times. So here's this. Not as sticky. All right. A black fine liner. Just kind of outline shapes, more of a kind of a squiggly line. I don't know if you can see. I can't see on my camera, but I think you can probably see. I can't see on my screen. In other words, It's sticky in some places still. I'm running it on paper every once in a while. This is a 0.6 nib. Let me see if I can get a larger one for that top petal, a little bit larger. There's an 8. Where's a brush? I think the brush will work really well. I'm going to soften it with a brush here in a minute too. Okay, so let's take alcohol and a damp brush. I don't know. Smaller was better, but this is just, I wanted to see if this technique was something I could do. Yeah. The brush was too heavy. It's probably a little better with the brushing. I'm just not a flower girl. So it might need marker help. I don't know if that helped or did. So I don't know. Maybe a mat will help it. Let's try seeing what it looks like in a mat. Put a mat on it. Well, it does help it. but it might be one that's better off. Maybe it's meant to be just a partial. Let's take a little mat. Maybe it's just supposed to be like one flower. I don't know. I will set it aside because I really like the background with the stamp, but I don't care for the flowers. But I'm not a flower girl. Let's just play with color. That's what I'd rather do. It's just play with color. Sometimes it's interesting to see what colors come out of the darker colors. Let's try this espresso. And then let's add some bronze to that, or brass, I'm sorry. And we're going to add alcohol in there a lot. We get kind of a green that comes out sometimes. Now, I don't know if it's because I mixed. I'm getting staining today, but I did dilute my alcohol to use up. Let's try. Yeah, moose poop, Georgie. Okay, I think because I added the 71% to my 91% alcohol, that is the problem with getting it to move. See how it's not moving? Let's try, well, nope, that won't work either because I thought, oh, maybe this is, no. It's everywhere today, a mix. I'm not getting the movement that I would expect. I'm going to have to get new bottle of alcohol. It's just going straight down and sitting and staining. I don't think I can wipe it back. Which I could always, this is the craft plastic. I think the only thing different today is the different alcohol. Now that cleaned up the splatters. Well, that's from my hands. I can soften it. But the only thing that's different is I added the 70% to the 90%. Yeah, let's try the blending solution. It did better. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of the plastic. Some of this will be pretty. That helped, didn't it? Okay, so what parts of this do we like? Because we're going to cut it up. Maybe something like that. And that. Okay, this is... I'm going to cut it in half. Actually, I'm going to cut 5. I have a plan. First of all, let's see if we can. Okay, and then we want 7. Okay, so I think this will look pretty. In here. That'll go in there. Now let's take some foil in here where it sticks. Let me open one of these prep pads because I got... Okay, I think. Now this is a long-eared bunny. Okay, and I think let's take the back off this one. Okay, I'm going to cut that 8. How do you lose the cutter? Oh, on the floor. That's how. All right, let's cut that 8. So that will go in here. So it just needs to be 6. Now, I'm going to leave the negative, the white. Ooh, I'm gonna have to clean that glass. It got ink on it because it's sticky. So that'll go in the frame like that. That I'm gonna save. It needs to be sprayed before it goes in the frame. And this one needs to be trimmed too, I think. No, it'll fit. It needs, let's just slide. It just needs a sliver taken off. These are super sticky. So that works there, and that works there. Now, I don't know if I have a 4x6 piece left for the last frame. Oh, I do. It'll need trimming. We take the back off. Well, actually,